धरती है आकाश है गुरु रामदास है धरती है आकाश है गुरु रामदास है धरती है
Konnichiwa.
आकाश
Hola. Ni hao. Bonjour. Buongiorno. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Aloha. Jambo. Welcome to The Journey.
धरती है
Hello, listeners. My name is Carolyn Jones, and today's word is liberate. There are many ways to experience liberation, deliverance, emancipation. Oh, the joy of freedom. Paul Laurence Dunbar wrote a poem entitled Emancipation that speaks to the message that Angel Grant is sharing with us in her little red boat. I'd like to share it with you now. Fling out your banners, your honors be bringing. Raise to the ether your paeans of praise. Strike every chord and let music be ringing. Celebrate freely this day of all days. Few are the years since that notable blessing raised you from slaves to the powers of men. Each year has seen you, my brothers, progressing, never to sink to that level again. Perched on your shoulders sits liberty smiling, perched where the eyes of the nations can see. Keep from her pinions all contact defiling. Show by your deeds what you're destined to be. Press boldly forward, nor waver nor falter. Blood has been freely poured out in your cause. Lives sacrificed upon liberty's altar. Press to the front, it were craven to pause. Look to the heights that are worth your attaining. Keep your feet firm in the path to the goal. Toward noble deeds every effort be straining. Worthy ambition is food for the soul. Up, men and brothers, be noble, be earnest. Ripe is the time and success is assured. Know that your fate was the hardest and sternest when through these lash-wringing days you endured. Never again shall the manacles gall you. Never again shall the whip stroke defame. Nobles and freemen, your destinies call you. Onward to honor, to glory and fame. You know, I discovered Paul Laurence Dunbar when I was in the 6th grade after going home depressed one day, thinking that only 2 Negroes, that's what we were called then, had accomplished anything. They were George Washington Carver and Booker T. Washington. Not satisfied with that limitation, I went to the library to liberate my mind. Reading and travel are my favorite ways to enjoy the power of liberation. When I registered to attend the International Conference of Arts and Humanities in Hawaii, I knew it would be an educational experience. However, I had no idea how deeply gratifying the experience would be until I met Miss Deloris Guttman, the founder of the African American Diversity Cultural Center, Hawaii. The African American Diversity Cultural Center, Hawaii, also known as AAD-CCH, was founded in 1997 as a museum repository to archive 200 years of African descent history in Hawaii. The organization's purpose is to share the collections by displaying and exhibiting artifacts, photographs, oral history, and tell the story of African Americans' past and present history in all its permutations: family life, civic contributions, inventions, medicine, architecture, politics, religion, law, and arts. This is taught to educate the people in Hawaii about the cultural heritage of Black people in this country. According to the AAD-CCH website, during the late 1700s and early 1800s, Hawaii was sparsely populated. Many people of African ancestry came to Hawaii aboard merchant and whaling ships. The earliest settlers arrived in the Hawaiian Islands around 1769. Maritime labor during the 17th and 18th centuries were predominantly Black. Conditions on the ships were harsh and the pay was low, but it was better than being a slave. These men came from Cape Verde Islands off the coast of West Africa, the Caribbean, and the mainland United States. Throughout the age of sail, Black hands maneuvered white sails traversing the ocean waterways. The Atlantic Ocean ships brought Blacks to the slave blocks. The Pacific Ocean brought them to freedom. Many Black men used the oceans as their underground railroads. In Hawaii, Blacks were free to go ashore without harassment. Dozens of them jumped ship and made Hawaii their home. They were welcomed by the Hawaiian people. Thanks to Ms. Guttman's aloha spirit and the information provided by her organization, I am emotionally immersed and invested in the gentle sway of the Hawaiian lifestyle, past and present. Every time I learn new details about how people of color have come together to survive the backlash of heartless oppression, I get excited about our ability to withstand, overcome, and reshape the wrongs through education and tacit determination. AADCCH's literacy program is designed to provide direct services to children who are not reading at grade level. This program enables children to increase their self-esteem, confidence, and literacy skills. We all know that a child who can read will do better in math, reading, and writing. Additionally, the school cultural enrichment program is designed to acquaint teachers and students with African and African American culture through literature, the medium of dance, drumming, and cultural skits from kindergarten to the 12th grade. Another area of interest to the organization is a musical tour event that offers African American experiences through a rich amalgam of diverse jazz, reflective of Hawaii's ethnic diversity. HIV/AIDS community awareness seminars are offered at local churches to promote the concept of safe sex in the community. Twice a month on Mondays, the African American Literary Reading Group highlights literature written mostly by Africans and African American authors. Since the fall of 1997, hundreds of people from many cultures have been in attendance. And every December 26th to December 30th, put this on your calendar, the Hilton Hawaiian Village promotes an annual Kwanzaa celebration for the enjoyment of its guests. Attendance has increased annually. If there's anyone who can talk to us about the contributions African Americans have made to Hawaii, it is Deloris Guttman. Aloha, Deloris.
Aloha, Carolyn. It's nice to be with you today. I send sunshine from this beautiful state of Hawaii.
Ah, I receive it wholeheartedly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you are really making it happen in Hawaii. But before we discuss the historical aspects of your research, please tell us more about what inspired you to establish your museum repository in Hawaii.
Well, after doing research in archives and wondering where Black people have come and maneuvered around the world, I found out that we have a lot of history here in the islands, and that person that made a difference was Anthony Allen, a notable gentleman from New York State in 1810.
Wow.
Yes, and of course he jumped ship, and he had been on the ocean for a number of years and had traveled from Boston to China, to the Caribbean, and the southern part of the United States, and then eventually to Hawaii, where he said, I'm going to make this place my own.
I don't blame him. Hawaii will bring that out of you.
Yes, it will.
Yes. When did you first go to Hawaii to live?
I came to Hawaii in 1973.
Ah.
I came from Philadelphia, and I never looked back. I came to this beautiful place and started to become involved in the community and working with all the people of ethnic group, and plus, of course, the University of Hawaii was my mainstay. And since I have a university background, of course, that's where I migrated.
That's wonderful. Would you tell our audience something about you and your background?
Okay. My experience, background, I call myself a community person. I've always been involved in my church. My children, I have 3 children. And, of course, 2 of them went to school in Philadelphia. And I was involved in their preschool and their elementary school in downtown Honolulu.
Mm-hmm.
Always interested in making sure that my children were exposed to people around the world, and the University of Pennsylvania offered that. And that's where I worked before coming to Hawaii, the research department of that University of Pennsylvania.
Wow.
I bring those skills with me to Hawaii, and that's how I came to be out here, actually, from the colleagues of the researchers there in that city.
Well, you've done a wonderful work. I know you had me mesmerized while I was visiting in Hawaii, listening to your purpose and your mission. And I can't wait to get even more involved. Now,
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to include me in your radio show, and to let the people of New York know, and the surrounding states know what we're doing out here in Hawaii. And even though it is the home of the President of the United States, we have a substantial history here in the islands, over 200 years. And we are thriving, and my job with the African American Diversity Culture Center is to become an institution where you can find us. We do not have a community like you have there in New York. We are dispersed within this multi-ethnic population. And the African American Culture Center Museum will allow people to be able to come to learn about history.
well, it's certainly appreciated. I know I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And I also appreciate you sharing the Hawaii chapter of the NAACP with me while I was there. You know?
The NAACP.
Yes.
They have been here for many years, and we have their celebration during the Martin Luther King birthday weekend, and that is one way we get together. This brings us together here. But as soon as the museum is more visible in the community and have a larger presence, this will bring this community, the population of people of African descent, together in a larger group.
Yes, and it is a wonderful group of people, very warm, gentle, and progressive.
Yes, they are. And Hawaii, people only believe that we're here through the military bases. We have 4 on the island of Oahu. And however, it is a large population, but there are many of us. There are about 35,000 to 40,000 people of African descent living in the islands with all our pieces.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you know, before we get too far in the interview, I do want to make sure I mention the Westlock tragedy. But I first want to ask you who the first known African American was who came to the Hawaiian Islands.
The first well-known one is, of course, Anthony Allen. The second person is Bessie Stockton. She was from New Jersey. She came out here with the missionary family, the Stewart family. Her slave owner was the president of Princeton University. He freed her before she got on the ship to accompany the family the Stewart family to Hawaii. And the missionaries board approved her coming, and they did not want her to be used as a domestic, and only to help out the Stewart family themselves, but that was not her primary job.
Now, who did you say her slave owner was?
The president of the Princeton University.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, and he freed her, and before she came, the missionaries approved her, and Reverend Stewart needed to have somebody to accompany. He just got married, and he wanted somebody to kind of assist his wife.
Okay.
And the trip to Hawaii was quite flattering for Betsy. She was 18 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and she hit the ground running. And the people just loved her. She walked around with such an air of elegance, and the Hawaiian women brought their children to her because she was a nurse by profession.
Oh, okay.
She was also educated in the Princeton president of the the University of Princeton. She educated herself and also went to night school and so forth. So she was an educator as well as she had nursing skills and things like that.
She took advantage of her condition.
Taught the Hawaiian women how to take care of their children. Yeah, and Betsy was quite a stir on the island of Maui because that's where the Stewart family resided.
I see.
There in Lahaina, Maui.
Maui's another beautiful island. Oh, my goodness.
And each island is very beautiful, and each island is very different. And on Maui, Betsy taught the Hawaiian women and their children how to read and write English under a banyan tree. You know, banyan trees out here in Hawaii are very broad, and you can sit on them and you can swing on their limbs. But Betsy, her first school started right under a banyan tree in Lahaina, Maui.
Whoa, that is so beautiful.
Isn't it? And her legacy is still here. Lahaina Luna School on Maui was named for her. She was the first public education for non-royal children. The missionaries educated only the royal family's children.
Mm-hmm.
The commoners, as they were called, were not educated at all. So Betsy started that educational prospect. So again, we are making contributions to the island.
Yes.
We come here, we bring skills. We help people. We've always been help people. We are Harriet Guttman. We have a journey. This journey takes us to help people, and we're still doing it.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
That's marvelous, because that's part of our persona.
Well, I really feel the need to jump right into the fray on that. I want to make contributions in Hawaii myself.
There's much to be done. The surface is only scratch. And now that our president is from Hawaii, we need to take advantage of this umbrella and also share it with the world.
I'm in.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what makes this a beautiful state, because we can show the world living in close proximity as we here on these islands.
Well, I don't want to miss talking about the Westlock tragedy of Pearl Harbor. I know that you wanted to let our public know about the website that will educate them about that.
Yes, so, the Westlock disaster happened on May 21st, 1944, in the midst of World War II. And at Pearl Harbor, they were preparing to have a massive attack on Saipan with the Japanese. And so our ships at Pearl Harbor were all being loaded. There were dozens and dozens of ships that occurred. However, there was a group of black men from Scofield Barracks. The blacks during that day only did the menial jobs and all the heavy and dirty work.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were handling boxes of ammunition, live ammunition, unloading ships to reload them. And Lord and behold, there was an explosion. Something happened. I don't know whether a box dropped or what, but momentarily on May 21st, 1944, about 3 o'clock p.m., their ship, the landing craft, a ship, 353, went up in splinters in moments. And thus, hundreds and hundreds of African-American enlisted men were killed instantly. And we didn't know about this tragedy until just last year, actually, in terms of names of individuals.
Wow.
66 years ago.
My goodness.
A forgotten history.
Well, that's why it's so important to know our genealogical history and do the trace back in history that will help identify relatives that are still alive and lost.
That's correct. Our research project with the Westlock members of the family, we are looking for members of anyone who have heard verbally if somebody was missing during World War II, and the last known destination was Hawaii.
Yes.
Anybody at all, we would like for them to go to our website at, of course, www.westlock, all one word, Westlock, May 21st. That's WESTLOCHMAY21.com. And check in there and let us know if you heard about someone. All we are trying to do is track down some family member. There were hundreds of people that we have to find, and they're buried in the National Cemetery of the Pacific. We're going to be celebrating their life on May 21st, 2010.
Now tell me something. Are the names listed on the website?
So we were not able to identify many of the bodies that blew up on the LST, which is the landing craft ship. We only have fragments of their bodies, and they're buried in unknown graves.
Oh, so there was no list of names available, no
DNA.
manifest.
If anybody kept any letters that were sent to them
Okay.
6 years ago, we could identify those bodies.
Oh, I see. So we're going to research it
Recently,
the other way.
A lady,
Yeah.
after 68 years, found a loved one. Somebody kept some letters, and the DNA on the letters that they licked were able to be identified, and we can track them down. We have a lab.
How wonderful is that?
Yeah, so family members,
So please, listeners, get involved.
If you know of anyone, please go to that website. Let us know.
Thank
And
you.
we will track it down and start the process. We would like to bring closure to these men with their families. I attended the first celebration last year, 2009, and believe me, those young men said, somebody finally came that know that we're here. And their spirit was alive and well, and words cannot explain this. And I'm not one to be off in oblivion, but
Yes.
their ancestral spirit spoke to me. These young men were 18 and 19 and 20 years old.
Oh, my. Well, I certainly would like to help you in that effort. I would like very much for you to come back to the show. We have so much to talk about. And listeners, in order to lend your support to this wonderful organization, please go to www.aadcch.org. And Deloris, mahalo for your time.
For speaking with your audience. And as I said, I send love and spirit to you.
Thank-
Mahalo nui loa.
Yes, and if you would, stay with me long enough to encourage our listeners to remember to cry freedom, liberate your minds. Listeners, I know you're in agreement with us. Say it with passion and say it with us. Deloris, let's have them say, yes, I will. Go.
Yes, I will.
All right.
And yes, we
Guru Ram Das hai, Dharti hai, Akash hai, Guru Ram Das hai, Dharti hai, Akash hai, Guru Ram Das hai, Dharti hai.